This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of November 20th, 2023. Interesting week ahead. The energy will ultimately move into something more sociable, probably more fun by the weekend, coinciding conveniently with the Thanksgiving celebration in the United States. Before then, though, the skies still have some roto-rooter action for us, some deep cleaning and incredible intensity. Mars and the Sun are doing a two-step all week long, moving pretty much in tandem, one slightly ahead of the other. The Sun slightly ahead of Mars, but Mars very quickly afterward, meaning that our vision of who we are and then how we push ourselves forward, what we're motivated to do, and the level of, let's be honest, aggression that's all around us kind of go in lockstep. So the first thing that happens, the first part of the two-step occurs on Monday and Tuesday when the Sun and Mars both make an opportunity aspect to Pluto. Until Pluto gets into Aquarius 2/3 of the way through January, it is the gatekeeper of the exit door to every sign. So every time a planet is changing signs, it has a contact with Pluto, the destroyer, the transformer, the agent of unavoidable change, the ruler of all the dark and scary stuff inside of us, secrets, huge power plays. So on the 20th and the 21st, we have opportunities to focus, to take really targeted action, to handle something that perhaps has scared us before or that requires a level of courage. These aspects definitely encourage selectivity in where we put our attention and what we try to do. This is not running in 15 directions kind of energy. It's focused, targeted, efficient, if we choose to engage with it. On the 22nd, the Sun moves into Sagittarius. On the 24th, Mars moves into Sagittarius. Each of these shifts moves us more into a more flexible energy, a more free-footed energy. These two shifts are going to move the atmosphere into something potentially more fun, more lighthearted, give us the opportunities to find the wit and humor in what is going on. It definitely moves focus and interest and energy into philosophical matters and, oh goody, politics and belief systems, with Sagittarius being the ruler of the natural 9th house. It's also the sign of ghosting. I'm just the messenger. Sagittarius does have the ability to just disappear rather than confront. But here's the difference. This two-step isn't the ordinary shift into good time Sagittarius. Each stair step into this energy comes with a caution, with a wall, with a warning, with the intervention of the planet of adulting, Saturn, ruler of order, structure, responsibility, commitment, containment, accountability, consequences, immediately reining in the Sagittarian impulse to fly high. This is because Saturn, for the foreseeable future, is the gatekeeper of the entrance door to each sign of the zodiac. So every planet, as it enters a new sign, very quickly meets up with Saturn. And there is a tempering, a break, B-R-A-K-E, a slowing, an obligation, a wall, an imposition of order and authority. The Sun moves into Sag on the 22nd and on the 23rd, has this square with Saturn demanding being an adult, slowing down, taking responsibility, not so fast, watch your actions. Mars moves into Sagittarius on the 24th, and on the 25th has the same impact with Saturn. Wait, slow down, not so fast, be responsible. The combined impact here is probably really frustrating, but also a kick in the backside to put on your big kid pants. It also makes it possible to take your inquisitive, questing, high energy, even optimistic impulses and put them on a slow fuse so that they don't dissipate, but they have staying power. Sagittarius is an archer, and these two squares have the potential of making us really focus on pulling back the arrow and steadying our grip and really focusing our aim before we let loose. And in really practical terms, for those of you who are going to family gatherings, celebrations of any kind, watch your words, be mindful of your audience, be mindful of what you're talking about. As we get into the weekend, there's some shifting in a creative project or in a relationship. You might see something differently. Changed circumstances might force you to adjust how you are approaching a relationship or what you're valuing. You could let go your grasp of something as Venus makes an inconjunct or adjustment aspect to Uranus, the agent of sudden change. As this happens, the noise level is getting really, really loud. The thoughts in your head, whatever is going on in media. So what if it's a holiday weekend in the United States? Everybody is going to be online chatting. The news will probably be insane. And you will continue to feel a mandate to be responsible for what you think, for what you're sending out into the world. We have a full moon in Gemini square Saturn. And some people are going to be called to answer for what they've been saying, what they've been thinking. You might also find it natural to rein in what's going on, to restrain your conversations, to put some structure on the information channels that you participate in. The full moon comes to a head within a weird, wispy atmosphere of things maybe not being quite as they seem, and maybe not trusting what you're hearing from other people or even what you're hearing in your own head. The impulse to escape could be really, really high, and if you end up spending the weekend streaming a bunch of holiday movies, that may be the least harmful way of going about this. Mercury, the ruler of the full moon, is squaring Neptune, the cosmic fog machine. Also on the 27th, the day of the full moon. Your takeaway from this is don't believe everything you hear. Don't trust everything you hear. Be really discerning. Move toward the Saturnian end of all of this. Yeah, Saturn's a party pooper, but he's also an adult, and he brings sanity and grounding, especially when the fog is running high. Homing thought of the week. Form follows thought. So I remain aware of the impact of what I'm thinking and saying. Song of the week, Breathe Deeper by Tame Impala. And image of the week, the Chariot card in the tarot. You'll learn more about this in my forecast for the month of November, which is already up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. This week, my guest is Louise Eddington of Cosmic Owl Astrology. I also host lively conversation on Facebook, on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful for the people who support my work there. I post on Instagram and Threads at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.